Welcome back to Frostpunk. We are at a very critical stage of the city building. Our first basic docks have just become operational and we are moving into day 5. And we have housing and all the basic amenities available. And we only need to remove this pile. And then we have cleaned up the area around the generator pit or dangerous toxic waste hole, whatever you want to call it. We are also building the public house over here. Now it's just finished. We can put some workers in there and just remove them immediately. Public house built. The public house has been established. Motivation rises. We don't need them there right now. And we're also building a morgue out here. And we also need to build a bathhouse at some point. Due to Telegraph Station. Now that we have built the basic resource infrastructure, we can set about bringing more people and steam cores from England. To do this, we have to build the Telegraph Station. So that is added to the basic facilities goal. Now, I need to pause the game quickly and just build a tent here. And I need to have a look. Oh, it actually appears that the road is perfectly aligned. That's a surprise. I can just tear down the tent again then. What I want to have here is a medical post, and that costs just wood, so that'll be fine. The first ship has arrived, bearing gifts. We should soon see a steel pile forming here. There we go. Our first steel pile has arrived. And the morgue has been built. Now we can preserve our dead before we send them to London. Motivation rises. Almost. We have people working in the cookhouse, that is good. This opens at 1900 hours. Indignant engineer. An engineer complains to you. Sir, it seems I have been mistakenly lodged in a tent full of workers. Now you see, I don't have anything against workers, but they are quite loud and, well, they sort of smell. Could you make sure that I get moved to an engineer's tent? No. We have to make do. Yes, this will be a class society with the engineer laws, but there is a limitation to how far I will go in encouraging that crap. Why is this crooked? Either that is a bug or it's supposed to be crooked. No idea. Second ship is arriving. And we now have the reloading station. Let's get the profiles manufacture is very interesting. So is the faster gathering and the resource depot upgrade. Let's get the sawmill upgrade first and foremost. And then we can build a reloading station here. I like how this ship is coming back and forth. Are you guys done soon? probably not before tomorrow. Let's put 5 workers into the public house. And we have three days of rations, so we can remove those workers again. Now the Telegraph Station requires 25 steel. Sawmill upgrade have been researched. Let's continue with the faster gathering. And let's put workers inside the reloading station. Admittedly, they won't start working until tomorrow, but still want them in there. Something's going on here. The docks are idle. Sir, the docks await your orders. You need to choose which resource you want to be delivered. Yeah, I know that. I don't want them to do anything currently. Can pass a new law. Could do comfortable quarters, but I don't think we're ready to do that just yet. Could also do company funerals. But I think that we'll do radical treatment, just so we have it.
Listen, everybody. New regulations.
Is there anything I want to build? Nope, not really. I'm also not sure about the engineer's tent thing, if it's even possible. Motivation drops slightly. Apparently it's noticeable, but it isn't really a lot. Let's do an evening service. Now we're so close, it's more surprising. Choo-choo. We need the telegraph station. Guess that's an okay location for it. We're not going to be out there very often. Also, this drafting machine requires 25 steel, so we need that as well, but we probably should focus on the profiles manufacture before we get that. We really do need to build a bathhouse though, so let's tear down these 2 tents as well. Faster gathering has been researched. Faster reloading. Docks will be 10% more efficient, but let's get the profiles manufactured so we can build that. We have plenty of wood lying around. Thinking it might be an idea to build a resource depot. We can build that there. We pass another law. Let's get the care house law. So we can build a care house for people who are gravely ill. And that increased our motivation into there. Excellent. High motivation. Sir, people are so highly motivated that many of them perform their jobs with enthusiasm. The efficiency in all workplaces rises as a result. Well done. Efficiency in all workplaces rises by 30%. let's take these workers out so that they can start deconstructing and constructing stuff. We're full on wood anyway, so... And this one should finally get emptied tomorrow. About a day, so we need workers in here. And we also need to dismantle this street. Health bathhouse. That's a decent location for it, I guess. Covers all of our current houses. We can probably build a few more tents. Since we have quite a bit of wood currently, there is no reason not to build these roads. Let's build that. Can put workers back in there. Bathhouse has been built. Now people can take care of their hygiene needs. Motivation rises. That they can, since we don't have the coal for it, but... 2 days, 15 hours left, but they're building the Telegraph Station now, so that should be our final push on the basic facilities quest. There we go, the Telegraph Station has been built. News from London. The line is open. Good work on setting up the construction camp. Now that we have a line of communication, use it to request resources. We will provide what we can, but be aware that your camp is not the only project we supply. There are 2 other construction sites in your area. Together these 3 generators will secure shelter for inhabitants of Liverpool should the worst happen. Their fate is in your hands. Do not let them down. We shall succeed. So we can order workers. Let's order 25 workers. Generator shaft structure. Now that you have the basic infrastructure, it is time to start with the construction of the generator. Build a profiles manufacturer, then produce 8 structural profiles. That will allow you to set up the shaft structure. Very good. This one, we have a deadline at day 16, so we are doing good time-wise currently. Put that to wood. And we can put 5 workers in there as well. I have no plans of building anything specific, so motivation falls, but still we are within the high motivation, so we have a 30% higher efficiency today as well. Now, I'm gonna prepare this. We need the law, right. Food and health, more foragers. Start. Profiles manufacture researched, so we can now build the profiles manufacturer. No reason not to build it right away, I suppose. It's not going to get built until the workers here are done. The final 2 steel here should be within the hour. There we go, we can pass a new law. We have medical repatriation. We can't afford feeding those who can't work, therefore the amputees shall be sent back to London into the care of their families. This gives us the medical repatriation ability in our care house, which means that the residents of the care house will be sent back to London, freeing space and no longer consuming food. And the other one is, of course, the prosthesis shipments, which means that they will be able to work again. I think that is the one we need to take, to be honest, but we'll go with the extra rations for the ill. I think we have to build a care house as well. That is not a terribly prioritized building when it comes to chapels and stuff like that, but it would be nice to have it within the area of influence of the buildings in question here. I think we just need to build one for now. And I can tear it down again, just to fulfill the promise. Two days left, so, yep. This one is done. So is the technology for more foragers. Now let's get the forager carts as well. And we could also use another resource depot. Build up there. For food. These guys, we can take them out. Promise was fulfilled. A care house has been established in accordance with the new law. Motivation rises. Let's just tear that right down again. We have no need for that building currently, and I want to have it in the residential zone. Residential zone almost sounds like I'm playing SimCity or something here, but, well, I guess it is a residential zone. We have 20 available workers currently. We need 8 structural profiles, so let's go ahead and build that. We are about 4 days ahead of schedule. That is excellent. And we don't have any work safety yet, so that's something. Choo-choo. Set this to food rations. And we need to build another forager's quarters. That, however, fits nicely there. I guess we could try to have residential area all the way over there. Like move these buildings to the other side or something, but I don't know. Knowing that we needed that much wood quickly was a good thing, though. So transport has arrived with 25 workers. That means we can go in here and order some engineers. Let's just order 5 of them for now. Can we order 5 workers as well? No, we cannot. Now we need more tents. Stop. Pause, please. One of the homeless people fell ill. Not sure if this is enough, but hold on a second here. Is that sawmill? Okay, let's tear down that sawmill and cancel these. And I also think we can pass a new law. Yes. Let's get hearty meals so that we can increase their motivation. Put 5 workers in there. Unpause the game again. And we can also build a sawmill. I think there. Actually, let's build a road like that. Should cover most of the trees here, but then we can build tents in here instead, which will cover them by this bathhouse. Let's create now what? Oh, the game crashed. No, it didn't. It just got stuck. Okay. Well, let's send these guys to the nesting place. Some motivation went down, as was to be expected, and we immediately need to build tents. 1, 2, 3. That one isn't covered by the bathhouse. We have 15 spare workers currently. These guys in here are going to be, let's call them mobile workers, as they will be doing other things as well as dealing with making profiles. Or structural profiles. You can put 10 workers in here, and the final 5 in there. There we go. Safety concerns. Sir, a few of our people fell ill from breathing strange fumes wafting from the shaft. It could have been worse. One of them passed out and fell from a scaffold. We cannot ignore health hazards any longer. From now on, the safety level of every workplace at the construction site will be monitored. If it is low, people working there will get sick. If it is very low, they might get injured or die. I will improve safety. And here we have the labor laws. And that doesn't exactly strike me as a dispensary. Yeah, we want the safety procedures law, but we have to wait 12 hours until we can pass it, but that's not a problem. foragers' carts have been researched. We want a ventilation plant. This is currently unhealthy. Three days of food rations. Generator construction, we're about 3 days ahead of schedule. But we're going to run into issues with the fumes, of course, but we will deal with that when the time comes. What I will do, however, is resources, generator, profiles manufacturer. I'll build 2 of these, and I'll build a road here. And then I'll continue this road all the way around the generator site. We don't have enough wood for it, but we will remove these again immediately. Just using them for measurement purposes. There we go. .5 steel per hour. That is quite good, actually. And these give us 13 each. No, 13 and 11. This one is nearly done. Letters from home. End of a world. Sir, supply ships bring post for the crew from time to time. For security reasons, all letters are opened and read, but we may sometimes ask you for instructions. In this case, an engineer received a letter from relatives in India. They explained that a sudden frost devastated their plantation, and they are going back to England as the colony is descending into chaos and the population is rising up against the British rule. Surely we cannot let such information impact the morale of our people. Oh, yes, we can. Do not censor the letter. I'm convinced that would come back and bite us. We have the profiles manufacturers, so we can set up the shaft structure. That will require a hefty amount of workers. But it's deadly at the moment. Ventilation plant has been researched. Let's get the protective structures and put workers back in here so we can make 4 of these. Well, we actually require 6 of them. We are about 4 days ahead of schedule, so we have time to fix the safety concerns. Hunting grounds have been depleted. We hunted animals here until they stopped coming to the watering place. Send them on to the small waterfall. The rapidly flowing stream cut a deep ravine through the plains. We can see a small waterfall in the distance. Foragers have reached the nesting place. This inaccessible rock is a nesting place for numerous birds. The ground around it is covered with fish remains. Search the area. Birds nesting on this inaccessible rock feed on fish from a nearby lake. Let's go to the lake full of fish. We can see light reflexes on a large body of water in the distance. Birds fly from its direction, carrying fish. We can now pass a new law. Let's pass the safety procedures. Enforcing safety procedures will compel people to work with less haste and greater care. This will temporarily improve safety in a workplace at the cost of efficiency. We get the safety procedures ability. That raises the workplace safety by 1, but the efficiency falls by 25%. And it also increases the motivation slightly, but again, the efficiency drop is annoying. But it's better than people dying. First safety law signed. You introduced your first safety law as promised. Motivation rises. Quite substantially as well. We can do that there, which brings it to harmful. The ship will arrive with 5 engineers in the middle of the night. Speaking of which, we probably should consider building another workshop. Let's build that behind there. This one is almost done. Good. Foragers have reached the small waterfall. There are fish jumping in the waterfall. Not many, but enough for a meal for the team. Perhaps we will find more upstream. Search the area. A small waterfall on a swiftly flowing stream, so we can either go to the rapids or we can go to the rock arch. Now I think we'll get enough food from there, so let's go to the rock arch. Transport has arrived with 5 workers, or rather 5 engineers. Let us order 15 workers. There we go. Order shipment. But since it's a new day dawning and, well, put the engineers in here. So, new day dawning and all the things. I think this is a good place to end the episode. So, thank you all so much for joining me. And I will see you all in the next one.